Following breaking election news, still tracking that Democratic primary for Michigan's open U.S. Senate seat. New data now in, so let's go right over to 13 on Your Side political reporter Josh Albertus. He's joining us live with the newest information, which came in moments ago. Josh, good morning again. What do we know?
Yeah, good morning, Tanner. It seems that we are seeing a narrowing gap here in this very, very tight race as we get some of those final residual unofficial numbers. What we know at this point has been an incredibly tight race from start to where we are now. A consistent lead through last night into this morning for former Wayne County health official Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, often seen as the more progressive persona in this race over Congresswoman Haley Stevens, who is often seen as the more so moderate persona. At this hour, we've jumped up to about 96% of the votes that are expected to come in statewide have been counted, according to the Associated Press. And now, as we get those residual numbers, we are now down to just 1% difference between these two candidates here tonight. Washtenaw County, we want to take a look at some of the areas. We were predicting a lot of these areas were going to be key areas when we were looking at the results as they came in. One of those was going to be Washtenaw County, home to the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. What we were expecting could be a younger voter base, college-educated voters, where El-Sayed was expected to do well if he wanted a good statewide showing. But then you look just to the north in this very large bubble of vote counting in Oakland County. That was expected to be a base for the Stevens campaign. That is where her congressional district that she currently represents is centered. If she wanted to show well statewide, it would start there, if anywhere, and that's where we got some of these residual numbers just in the last few minutes or so that have tightened this race up just a little bit. What we've also been waiting on through last night into this morning are what we expect may be the biggest pot of remaining votes to count out of Wayne County, home to Detroit, really the bread and butter county of the Michigan Democratic machine and the largest share of expected Democratic votes. We are at about 88% of the expected votes now counted, according to the Associated Press, and that's where we're getting some of these residual numbers as well that appear to be tightening this race. Now, we should note that the El-Sayed campaign has now declared victory, but the Associated Press has not made a projection there, so we're holding off and we're going to see how these final numbers transpire and whether any remaining votes from places like Wayne County or Oakland County make any difference in a race that is only separated by just a little over 10,000 votes at this point, with over 1.5 million votes in this race statewide. We'll keep on it, Tanner.